All right, hello, you beautiful souls. What's going on in the markets, you're wondering? Let's have a quick look as to what is going on. Okay, let me take it back to yesterday. So yesterday we saw these big arrows pointing to the upside, assuming there's going to be a push to a new higher high, like a really higher high. However, the structure did come across as too easy. Now, the trick with Bitcoin is that when things seem too easy, they generally are. So you have to have your eye attuned to other blindsided possibilities that might come about. So another way to describe this is like going across to a girl on the dance floor who is out of your league, and there's some chemistry over there, and there seems to be a future between you two, and she continuously kind of keeps you at the edge of your seat, plays hard to get, gives you a little bit, plays hard to get, gives you a little bit, plays hard to get. And because you're like addicted to her, like you do whatever it takes, like you just don't quit, you go back and back and back. So that's basically Bitcoin and a beautiful red dress. If you want to imagine Bitcoin in a red dress, I've got a different picture in mind when I think of meeting someone on the dance floor. So that's why we got here. Okay, Bitcoin, on a serious note, doesn't want to be solved. And when I say Bitcoin, I'm talking about markets in general. Markets do not want to be solved. There's something called the law of alternation that comes into play. And that means, okay, so to dumb down the law of alternation, it's the same principle as in nature where the lightning never strikes the same place twice. So it's the same thing that happens in the markets. And again, so if things become too easy, too predictable, and you feel as if you can sit back on your yacht with the feet up and let the markets just make you those millions without doing anything, you're going to get blindsided. And this is exactly what happened here. Okay, so let's talk about a little structure or support or preparation or one of those words to what has happened over here on account of yesterday. Alrighty. Blano, if you could do some full sentences, that'll be fantastic for everyone. All right, cool. So let's step it back. Going into yesterday, we have something over here, which I'm sure I'm going to find. Nope. Nope. Getting closer. Boom. There it is. Okay, so we had this set up, and price was coming up very well along these fan lines, passing, jumping off of these resistance lines, getting into this no man's land, kind of not getting enough push through. Migrated down to this line over here. It came back up again, but didn't seem to quite make it. Let me go in a little bit closer so you can all see a bit better. It didn't quite make it to this resistance. Now, a telltale of this. Sorry, I had some really expensive Argentinian wine last night, and it was delicious. So we kept on having more of it. So apologies if my words are a little bit scrambled today. Anyway, so this little section over here didn't quite make it to the next resistance line. And how we could have seen this in advance was have a look at our switching oscillator over here. Oscillators aren't great for telling the future, but they are very helpful for confirming the past. Okay, so this switch over here has now given us the strong inclination that there's going to be some downtrend and some downward price action now. I saw it kind of getting a little closer to switching over here, but I never get too excited about the switch until it actually happens. So I have my little my blind side eyes open, I guess, eyes at the back of my head on this one. And now it has realized into that switch action. So just bring it back in. To do that, by the way, guys, you just double click in the oscillator, it'll pop up, and then double click in the oscillator again, it'll pop down. Same thing on the chart. If you want the oscillator to go away for a while, double click, disappears, double click, and it comes back. It's just those small trading tips and tricks that help if ever you get confused as to like, what happened to my oscillator? Just double click anywhere, bruh, it'll come back. Okay, so it didn't make it to that arc. The oscillator gave us that heads up on that, and now you can see with its steep downward shape that there is something else going on over here, which is totally cool. So let's go and take that away, bring in the new and I suppose we should bring some more structure to it. I'm not sure where that line's gone. I don't really want to fumble and fiddle around, I suppose, so we can just redraw it out. So we are now looking at the downward side to this market. Come on, trading view, we can do this together, buddy. Okay, so over here, we're in the kill zone. We've got some tight confirmation, or some tight confluence, some hugging, some move along around this 1/4 line down. And as it gets close to this edge of the kill zone, we're going to see what is going to transpire next. So what do I mean by what is going to transpire next? Well, we're going to move away from one of these and potentially find another. Okay, so I'm assuming at this point, with the information provided, that we're going to go down the 1/2 line to this region over yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens from there. I might as well just leave that orange arrow up for future reference. Just to remind you what the 1/2 line is, if you go to the beautiful Gann square settings, you'll see over here, if I click 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, that's what that is over there. And here's the 1/8. See how it's got that structure along the 1/8 as well as the 1/4. Very good stuff. Good job there. And now we're going into this kill zone. All right, so that red line is the kill zone. Got to get some information to follow, and then we're going to see the potential travel down into our projection over here. Now, the reason why we have that projection over there is because in a downtrend, ... This is where you kind of fill in the blanks. In a downtrend, that's right, we have lower lows. Okay, so lower lows have got to form. This would be below over here. It's what makes most sense at the moment. So we're going to go with this until it doesn't make sense. Another way that it won't make sense is if we have price head off into perhaps that region over there. But I don't see as much confluence on it with regards to all of our tools together as I do over here. So I'm going to leave that there for now. Okay, cool. So enough about this 512. We're going to just leave it to its own devices for a bit. But the reason why I do hang out here is just to give you an idea of what's happening on the overall market, so that the other cycles, the lower cycles, can make a bit more sense. Okay, so just to remind you, this 512 is evidently what we're trading. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin market. But because we want to make swing trades within these environments, we go down to more sensitive time frames so that they can be something we trade off of. Otherwise, just waiting for this 512-minute candles to form and finish to the next one, it becomes a bit too much on our patience to kind of hang back for. So that's the spiel about that. Let's get into the more sensitive ones. This is where it gets exciting. The aerial view, boom, what's happening from the air, ground control, what's happening with our orders. And before we jump into the more sensitive one, let's have a look at the overall aspect of this market. I do think it's a good idea to have a little sip quick. Muy delicioso. We're moving to this place that actually grows coffee, fields of coffee. So the variety there is like outstanding. It's like some of the best coffee in the world. It's like $33 for 100 grams, I think, for some of that coffee there, because it's just, I don't know, so highly in demand. And we're very fortunate for that. So the coffee here is full of vitamins, believe it or not. They put like extra vitamins into their coffee. What more do you want from life? Anyway, so over here, we're going to take the 2 away, which I haven't done yet. Okay, that's gone. Let's get back into the swing of things over here. Okay, so initially that was set up. It was into this area. It became too predictable, to be honest with you. And I had this gut feeling yesterday. I went to the group and I said, "Hey, this is too good to be true." And I said to them, "I don't think this is going to work out. I know something's up because there's something on the horizon. I haven't got my finger on it yet, but just be wary of what's going to go down." And the guy's like, okay, cool, we get it. And made sure that we were protected against this trade, and everyone actually landed up okay. So that was where we had it. Not necessarily, I don't know, it's too good to be true, man. It's just like, it's like the girl on the dance floor just saying, yeah, come back to my apartment, let me buy you champagne and also take care of all your debt. That's when you know it's too good to be true. Anyway, so that was never going to work out. Oh, God, today is an amazing day. I love today. And then let's bring back this flip side on the alternate to that workout. So again, this is fulfilling the obligation on the higher frames, and we're going to see that come down to test this kill zone. It's the same movie over here. So I don't think this is finished just yet. I'm going to actually extend that down to there and do a proper MTOPS call out on top of that, just to bring that analysis home. So whilst I'm here, I'm just going to make these slight adjustments and then bring that down over there. By the way, when I was looking at the price here where it turned, it was at 59,200. So those who are into like the big stuff, the numerology and the planets and that kind of thing, what have we got here? A set square between the Moon and Mars, not a big deal. Okay, so 59,200 was where it turned at. I'm assuming we're going to go 2 cycles down. So I'm going to say perhaps 5,500 would be too shallow. 4,600. Let's go back to the charts. 4,600. That's the wrong one. There we go. So let's have a look at 4,600. So that's 4,6. You're crapping me, dude. Oh God, I love my life. Okay, so 4,600. Bop, 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 bop. That's over there. What? No ways. No ways. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Okay, literally 2 cycles down. Okay, so 5,9,200 was where it turned. And now it's going to 4,600. Okay, according to like the GannZilla, which is over there, right? In our projected range. And this is projected from our other tools. This had nothing to do with GannZilla. My word, I absolutely love my life. Gann, I love you, bro. Thank you for all that you've done for us, and thank you for all the guys who understood what he was trying to achieve and decoding his work, so that guys like us in this day and age could benefit from it. It's a good world to be a part of, man. That's why I talk about evolution right there. Anyway, so aerial view coming down to this range over here, I'm assuming. Obviously, we got the lower low, so we buy high, sell low from now on. But just again, be careful because the kill zone action. So just make sure we get confirmation of what's happening on the 512 before we put an order in, so that you don't run into losses. And in terms of losses, if you did run into a loss yesterday because you went long, for example, then you wouldn't have gone into much of a loss because again, all right. Oh, this is a new trick, by the way, that I've just learned. So it was 2. I think it's 2. No, 1. You can actually like highlight. Okay, cool. Highlight like the group when you click onto the object tree group, and then like drag the group as 1. I don't know. I did it earlier. I can play around with it later on. So anyway, it did work. Try it out for yourselves. Oh, right. Okay, very quick. Let's just do this. Do that. And then select it just for it. Oh, magic. Check that out. Oh, boom. Amazing. Okay, so say, for example, you did go long yesterday. Oh, dude, that felt amazing. You guys got to have fun with that. I just, seriously, guys, like, I just wish it fun for you all the time. So have a jaw with this. This is amazing. And as you can tell, life is good. And we keep on making it better. Okay, so price went up this 1/4. Just to reiterate, what is the 1/4? You should know by now. That's the line over there. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Price went up over there. Got to this first arc, said no, thank you. Back into kill zone. So if you're at your laptop, you would have got, or your trade desk, you would have got out over there, because when it goes back into kill zone, you get out. Thanks for coming. Not going to be a part of my reality. Get out. When in doubt, get out. So we would have got out over there. But if you weren't at your laptop, you would have, trade desk, you would have set your stop loss over here. So it would have been from there to there, a minor loss. You would have survived the game to play and fight another day. So no problem there if you have made a loss according to the way we trade. So A, you would have been at a break even, so absolutely nothing to write home about. Or B, you would have got out just at the prior anticipated turning point, which would have been a minus paper cut off of your account, because you were only putting 10% of your total account maximum, and you would have lost about 10% on 10x leverage of that 10%, so you would have lost 1% of your account. A-okay. If you're not trading like that, guys, change your mindset and trade to this. By the way, when you get into trades, the way you can use a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, 1 to 3 is safely, a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio is by applying the Gann square in your trading. And I don't want to get too much into that. I can see we're 15 minutes into this video already, so I'm not going to talk about that now. Speak to me on the messages or on Telegram or something, and let me tell you about the risk reward ratio of 1 to 3 with the Gann square. It's very powerful stuff. If anyone in the finance industry learned, okay, you can, because obviously I'm speaking to guys in the finance industry, but like Wall Street and those kind of guys, how to really bring that 1 to 3 ratio into play. It's yachts and islands thereafter. So very, very powerful information. Come through to me if you want to learn more about it. Anyway, so you would have been protected. Everything's A-okay. We were involved in a trend directional change over here. So generally there is some dramatic movement. And again, when you work with this long enough for yourself, you get to have that instinct, the gut feeling of when something's going to change or when something's going to go down. And the first thing that will give that away is that the market is too predictable and too easy. And again, no respectable red dress wants to become too predictable or too easy. So now where we are on the ground, where we are on the ground control is that we've already hit turning point 3 in my opinion. So turning point 2 has been set. You can tell here that the price is rapidly coming down already. So that's our probability. So 2 goes to 3. Okay, cool. So what am I looking at here? We're seeing a switch here on the oscillator. Price is rapidly coming down, which you can see over here, which is not keeping shape into this Gann square. So that's already done. The probability was set to turn over there as an option, and it has. So it goes 2, 3, and now we're going on to 4. 4 will be a bit longer because of the market spacing, of course. We've got to get all of this area from there to there covered for 4 and 5 to happen. So potentially some drastic market moves about to go down, and a nice shorting opportunity. So we're going to have a look at this from my community side of things. I'm going to draw this up and share it with the guys just to show them where a good responsible entry will be. And then I should probably get into that now. Before I jump off, and it's been a long video, so thanks for hanging out with me until now. Again, if you don't want to go normal speed, go to YouTube, because this gets also sent to YouTube as well. And you just like fast, change it to 1.5 speed, or if you can keep up like 2 speed, and you can just fly through it and make it a lot shorter that way, if that's something that'll appeal to you. Anyway, so just to continue showing how powerful our strategy is, yesterday I did, or the day before that, either way, I did the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and it was like pinpoint accuracy. A friend and a student has gone and applied this to DOGE, and he said that was his analysis, and he fell asleep and woke up the next morning. So I just want you to look at where price is over there. Okay, the next morning, boom. Okay, so obviously the scaling changed a little bit there, but see where 1 is? See where 1 is? Boom, straight to 1. Okay, so this is the power of what we're talking about. Same thing happened. He said he fell asleep whilst price was over here, and then he woke up a bit later. Didn't get all the way there because he sent it to me as he woke up. But just watch where price was and where price went. Okay, so again, if you can solve the up or down question in trading, that's 80% of the game won. So Josh is on the Dogecoin. He's killing it. He's predicting Doge days in advance. So if you want to use my strategy on other markets as well, if it's Forex, for example, Australian dollar, US dollar, which is very volatile right now, or Dogecoin, which is another big earner in crypto, this will work everywhere. So use it. If you don't know how to use it, come through to me. Let's teach it to you. I've got this 16 15, 14 countdown over here. So what did I say in the last 10 seconds? Spoil your family. Be grateful to your family. Go give something to your wife. Buy something for your kids. Be amazing to those around you. See you tomorrow, guys. Ciao.